Hi, everybody. So, I think that for today, I want to start off with saying that it's really difficult to read for yourself. As a reader, when you read for somebody else, you want to be unbiased so that you could convey whatever it is that you're seeing extremely honest, if that makes sense. Not that you wouldn't be honest, but you don't want anything to be clouding, what you see in front of you by any like personal opinion that you have of what's going on. So for me, I never do like any forecasting. I only do like what type of medicine, so to speak, that I'm supposed to be learning for today. So first impressions of my spread is we have some contractual type of energy, meaning that we are always expanding and going back within to ourselves, expanding and contracting. It's just the constant ebb and flow of life. We're constantly moving through cycles that ebb and flow, and that's what this is. So this is a contractual time, which will allow for expansion once I work through it, hopefully. So the first card in the spread is the Hierophant, and this touches on the energy that I'm currently working with. And the Hierophant is kind of a tricky card, but back to the contractual type of energy, it's a 5. All 5s are contractual. Okay, so the Hierophant is kind of a tricky card. It makes a lot of people uncomfortable. And mainly it's because when you think of the Hierophant, you think of some sort of holy figure. It's a man, so people assume that it represents the patriarchal, religious, strict rhetoric. I think that's the best way for me to put it. And that's not really what it is. You could look at the Hierophant. Sometimes I like to look at the Hierophant as a teacher, but also a cheerleader. This is somebody who wants to help you learn and grow. This person wants to see you succeed. This person, I know I'm saying person, but this energy is your biggest fan and your biggest support, because what they want you to do is trust that you have this higher power within yourself. Now, when we are within the energy of the Hierophant, it is an invitation to take a good look at maybe inherent beliefs that maybe aren't necessarily true. This is kind of a truth-seeking period, finding what's real and what's not. And whatever it is that you're seeking, it doesn't have to be a spiritual-based truth that you're trying to understand, or it could be really in regards to anything. If this is all about you seeking your truth and trusting your intuition. This is about you seeing what's working for you and what's not, and listening to that intuition and trusting that you are right as far as the path that you're moving forward on. Now, the underlying energy of the Hierophant is the 7 of Pentacles. 7 is another uncomfortable number that makes us, yeah, it's just uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable type of energy whenever we are within a 7. So more often than not, when the 7 of Pentacles comes into our life, it's a period of maybe feeling anxious, which that's a key word of mine, apparently. Anxious for something to be over, anxious to, move past something, so to speak. You're unhappy. This is like a waiting game. When I think of the 7 of Pentacles, I like to imagine a garden that you start from a seed. You have to patiently wait, for the fruits of your labor, so to speak. And that's what this energy is about. It's really the wait being worth the outcome, and for you to be patient while you're waiting for things to unfold the way they're meant to be. I'm very impatient. I always want to know what's going to happen and how things are going to, fold out. I think that that's a control issue I have. It makes me feel good when I'm in control of something, or I think I'm in control of something. It makes me really uncomfortable when things are completely out of my hands. So that's something that I'm really trying to work with. Now, the energy that we're stepping into is the Page of Pentacles. So I actually touched on this yesterday. All the court cards have 2 elements. This is considered a perfect card because it's both. So the pages in general are earth, so we have that grounding energy, but the Page of Pentacles, that's earth, right? So we have double of the same energy. This is pure energy. The Page of Pentacles always wants to know more. They ask the deepest questions. They want to know the meaning of life. They want to know how things work. Everything about the Page of Pentacles is about going deep, deep down and having some sort of thorough type of understanding. Now, the overall energy is the 10 of Swords. Swords being our brain chemistry. Also, this is a 10, so it marks the end of a cycle. This is both, so 10s in the tarot are both the Fool and a Magician. So you're ending a cycle and you're entering into another one. The 10 of Swords kind of reminds me of the Devil in a sense, where it's a time for expansion, whereas, this is you overcoming your brain chemistry, the negative stuff. This is you working your way out of it and finding some sort of thorough understanding of not letting the negative thoughts get the best of you. Okay, this is you moving forward from that. So, in a nutshell, if I were to summarize this, I would say that I need to really trust my intuition as to what's real and what's not, to be patient, continue to dive further into the meaning of things, continue to ask questions. But also, I think that this is a really good sign that maybe I'm I'm working my way out of this cycle, as far as maybe beating myself up for whatever reason, getting out of this depressive type funk. So that's what we have today. All right, bye. And I don't know why it's shutting off. Shut off. Shut off.